Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Safer Dave Show at SaferArizona.com, Arizona's cannabis legalization activist webcasting network. I'm your host, Dave Wisniewski. We are gonna have a great show today. We're gonna introduce a dispensary doing great work in the community, saving lives, and they've got some dispensary activism going on. Then next, we're gonna go over the comparison chart between the Arizonans for Mindful Regulation Initiative and the Marijuana Policy Project Initiative. NORML, National Organization of Reforming Marijuana Laws. Director of NORML in Arizona is a guy named Mikel Weisser. He used to be the treasurer of Safer Arizona Political Action Committee. And he's moved on. He was supporting the Marijuana Policy Project until he became the director of NORML in Arizona. And that position, they're supposed to remain neutral until something makes the ballot. But this guy is going around and he's trying to, put a weird negative light on our campaign. Next, we're going to move forward with an interview with a volunteer superstar, Rain Baker. She is a signature gathering powerhouse. See what her secrets are, her tips, her tricks, and how we can all become more effective as signature gatherers here in the Arizona Cannabis Legalization movement. And then at the end, we're gonna tell you how you can get a free Marijuana is Safer Than Alcohol t-shirt. So stay tuned after we come back from this brief message from our sponsor. Thank you. This segment of the Safer Dave Show is sponsored by Arizona Cannabis Society. Arizona Cannabis Society is a premier state-licensed medical marijuana dispensary located in El Mirage, Arizona. Assisting all valid Arizona medical marijuana card-holding patients, Arizona Cannabis Society is dedicated to providing the highest quality medication and patient care possible. Also, the only dispensary in the state of Arizona where you can actually see the plants growing right in front of your eyes, which produce the medicine they provide. Arizona Cannabis Society offers a wide variety of medication options at great prices. You can find more information at ArizonaCannabisSociety.com. Again, that was ArizonaCannabisSociety.com. What's up, everyone? This is Dave Wisniewski with SaferArizona.com. I am here with Brian Croteau from Arizona Cannabis Society. When I first started this whole movement, well, I didn't start the movement, when I got into the movement, I was all about just getting high. No one's ever died from it, and we need to be able to do what we want with our own bodies, right? I didn't understand at that point that it was actually medicinal, and that I was actually doing something that was benefiting my body, the holistics behind it, like how many different parts of the body it benefits. So I kind of wanted to touch on a couple different products you have that I'm confused about. What I'd like to talk about here is this stuff right here. This is highly medicated lotion. Does this get you high?
This will not get you high. It can cause a slight head change in somebody who is very new to marijuana. If you are not somebody who would typically smoke marijuana yet, or haven't gotten into that side of the medical industry, the topicals are something that can be used. However, we recommend you start and try them at night because they might cause a head change.
So what's this going to help with the most? Putting it on my skin, does it help with pain, or is it just...
Absolutely. It can be applied topically to things that are like eczema is one condition that it's really good for. Another situation is just plain old inflammation. If you've got problems going on in your lower back, you apply some of that and it seeps in through your skin and actually kind of goes straight to the pain.
I've had some experience with edibles. You're not exactly sure when it's going to hit or how hard it's going to hit unless you've had it before. I've had an entire bang bar, 200 milligram bang bar, and it got me pretty medicated, but it wasn't like it took me down to the ground until I had one of these things, the Iron Chef edibles. And it's got your logo on it. So these are produced out of here?
They are produced in our kitchen, yes, by the Hired Chef. He is an employee here and a dispensary agent with us.
I had one of these. I ate the whole thing. And my mom's like, don't eat the whole thing, because she's worried. But I'm not going to drive after I ate the whole thing. But I ate the whole thing. I slept for like 10 hours straight. I was rendered helpless.
One thing that's very convenient about these is they come in 10 milligram breakable parts. So each little section, there's 20 of them in each bar, 10 milligrams each. If you need something even smaller than that, you could even take it and cut that in half to get a 5 milligram dose.
So one of the concerns was it's candy, and people are like, especially the opposition, you're trying to market this to kids, making candy bars out of it, and adults eat candy bars too, even though kids like candy. But something I noticed that was very awesome about this was the security behind the candy bar. When I open this, if you can tell, it's in a bag, a regular candy bar, has a bag easily open. I couldn't open this with my bare hands. I had to work really hard. I needed something sharp to open this. Put your medicine away too. Your kids aren't gonna get it if you hide it.
Lock it up. That's the recommended storage ways. Definitely find somewhere to keep your medication where you can lock it and keep behind closed doors.
Again, don't give this to your kids for adults unless they need it for medicinal purposes. I mean, I've seen videos of people giving their kids cannabis in mid-seizure, stopping the seizure within the first couple minutes. What are they giving to these? It's just RSO? Is that what's stopping
Typically
seizures?
an RSO or the FICO, the full extract cannabis oil, some type of mixture or a tincture made with that.
And that's what this is. This right here, this is the bee's knees. RSO. This is what it comes down to. If this were a fish, it would be off the hook. RSO, otherwise known as full extract cannabis oil.
So this is ethanol extracted. We take actually full nugs. We don't run any trim here. We just take the nugs and basically process them down with ethanol. We go ahead and purge out all the residual solvents so that we end up with a clean product. This batch actually tested at 93% total cannabinoids.
93%.
That's 930 milligrams per gram of medication that's in here. This is actually a 5-gram syringe. We do have suppositories that are available. They come in 100 milligram increments, and they're made using the same oil as this. It's mixed with all organic, natural ingredients and available in a different method of applying. Suppositories would be better suited for something like cancer of the lower regions of your body, any type of liver issues. It actually gets either straight to the liver or goes around it depending on how you apply it.
So that's because, like, when you eat this, it's got to go through all your other organs, which absorb it first, probably.
Absolutely. If you take this orally, you're going to absorb about 30% of what you're actually intaking. If you take it in a suppository form, you're going to be looking at about 66%, so more than double what you're actually
Wow. This is all very exciting stuff, and so if you guys want to get your medical marijuana card, there's plenty of places to do that. Is there any places that you would recommend personally?
Absolutely. We recommend Sun Valley MMJ certification centers. They've got 2 locations, one in Sun City and one at 43rd and Olive. And then there's another one, Valley Evaluation Center, off of 145th Avenue and Indian School.
And we are back. Yeah, that was Arizona Cannabis Society. They're pretty awesome. They support local business. They're out there collecting signatures for cannabis legalization. They even got Hempel Farms Cafe and Shop stuff inside their dispensary. They're reaching out to our community businesses, and they're part of the team. They're part of the community. We really like you. We really appreciate you guys all over there at Arizona Cannabis Society. So thanks again for helping out. So moving forward, we're talking about this thing with NORML director Mikel Weisser. We're gonna play the clip right here, and we'll see what you guys think of it.
That's fun. It's a shame about that. Hey, Dave.
Hey, what's up, man? Keeping the camera on.
Do it, man.
All times.
You guys still flogging that thing? It's flawed, man. It's full of propaganda. Doesn't that embarrass you?
Which one? What are you talking about?
It's a comparison chart.
Propaganda. Propaganda is false information.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's full of false information. It's deceptive language and
I don't
stuff.
believe it's deceptive. I think it's pretty accurate.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd love to talk about it with you sometime. I'm not prepared at this moment, but I can send you like the compare.
Well, I don't think I'm even the one to even talk about it. I know that Tom Dean,
you're
attorney
the
for
one that I was
cannabis,
just
nationally
talking to.
famous defense attorney, looked over that and approved everything part of the language.
I
So,
was just asking your opinion.
well, my opinion is that I trust Tom Dean's experience.
I trust Dom Dean's experience too. I still have my assertions.
I don't know. This guy reminds me of Peter Griffin. You guys still flogging that thing?
You guys still flogging that thing?
It's flawed, man. It's full of propaganda.
It's flawed, man. It's full of propaganda.
Doesn't that embarrass you?
Doesn't that embarrass you?
He's saying I should be embarrassed. It's just this huge ordeal full of propaganda.
It's full of false information. It's deceptive language.
Full of deceptive information, and I'm just taken for a surprise. I'm like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
I don't believe it's deceptive. I think it's pretty accurate.
But, watching this, a lot of people seeing this thought that the guy might have been drunk. And this was a holiday party. There was booze served. I brought this video up to Tom Dean, attorney for cannabis. And he looked at it and he was laughing at it too because, Tom Dean does a really, really good Mikel Weisser impression. You guys, if you ever see him, you should do it. But anyways, we looked over it and we met with Jason Hine, the coordinator of AZFMR, myself and Tom Dean. We went over the entire comparison chart, category by category, looking at it. And there was a couple things that could have been a little bit more clear, but for the most part, that thing was dead on accurate. And so Tom Dean had asked Mikel Weisser to email him his complaints, concerns about the comparison chart. Mikel said that he would email. He had 15 things. Apparently, Tom had never gotten the email. So we're still waiting on that list of your complaints, Mikel Weisser, how our comparison chart is, quote, full of propaganda and deceptive information. I mean, that's a pretty bold statement. When you say it should be full, we're not looking for like one or two things that could be more clear. You're trying to make it look like this thing is straight up mischievous propaganda meant to deter people from the truth, and that's not true at all. People can read the initiatives for themselves, and then when they look at it, they're like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. This is accurate. Let's show our friends, and that's why that comparison chart is so good and powerful for us, because it is truth. So, Mikel Weisser, we invite you to come on a show with Mr. Tom Dean, myself, and Jason Hine. We will do a show. We can talk about this. We can even broadcast it live. It would be cool. We can get all of us right there. It'll be great. We'll have a great time. If you guys want to check it out for yourself, you can go to legalizemarijuanainarizona.org. Click our initiative. Don't click it, actually. Just highlight the mouse over it, and you will see a drop-down menu for a comparison chart. You go ahead and click that, and you will see the comparison chart, MPP on one side, AZFMR on the other side. And if you want to see the MPP's initiative, their website is regulatemarijuanainarizona.org. They have a copy of their initiative on their website too, so you can go ahead and check them both out. Go look for yourself. I encourage you guys to check it out. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to interview signature gathering powerhouse Rain Baker after this. This segment of the Safer Dave Show is sponsored by 710cleaner.com. Is it time to clean the resin out of your glass? We'll do it in just minutes with 710 Cleaner. Find out more at 710cleaner.com. Again, that's 710cleaner.com. I am here with volunteer Rain Baker. She is the founder of Camp420.net. She is a powerhouse. I consider her an expert and a professional in this signature gathering thing. Today I went out to go collect some signatures. Had the urge of just going on private property, and I just kept getting kicked off over and over again. We went to Tempe Marketplace. We were being stalked by the security guards. One of them didn't even get out of his car. He was just following us in his car. It was kind of funny. And we went over to Target. Target ended up kicking us out. Marshall's kicked us out. I think we went to one more place. Home Depot. They kicked us out too. What kinds of places are you going to collect your massive amounts of signatures?
Well, firstly, you do have to stay on public property unless you have permission from the owners or whatever. So it's like, you can just see the sidewalk right outside of that business. And I mean, sometimes, you get a little urge like you guys had and just
because there's people over there,
Yes, so many people. So you just kind of hang out until, they kick you out. I guess you could do that. But, I find it more effective to just hit the big events where a lot of people will be. You just, every week I take a look at what's going on in Phoenix. And that just makes me decide where I'm going to go that week. If it's a Snoop Dogg concert, Willie Nelson concert, of course I'll be there.
So you're talking about events, but I mean, we can't get in without paying for a vendor's booth. So you're running around the front or like the entrances where people are coming in and out?
Yes, you can be right there at the front, right where they're standing in line, waiting for the doors to open. Hi, sign here to legalize.
So events, that's where the big thing is. And if you go to Facebook.com/groups/Safer Arizona Community, there is a link to all the concerts going on in Phoenix. There's probably one like every night, and it just shows you what time it is, where it is to go. So that's a good resource. But researching these events definitely helps.
I try to do a couple days a week, a couple hours, so since I do have such limited time, I try to, get places that I know will be very populated.
Strategically planned.
Yes, strategically planned. We also have been getting volunteers set up to go to DMV or MVD, whatever you call it, Motor Vehicle Division, because they will allow it. You have to do a certain paperwork and have the sign to stats that they provide, and, you get permission there, and, it's a steady flow of people. Yeah, it can be pretty productive.
I think one of the things that helps me a lot is having this sign right here.
Oh, yes.
sign here to legalize.
Golden.
I just hold it up and people come wobbling up to me. Wobbling, is that rude to say?
No.
Wandering? People aren't wobbling.
It's like, it draws them in. That's a really good thing. So we're good to have that. We're fortunate to have that. We do have a population that has, you have to be considerate that these guys have lived through 70 years of prohibition and the propaganda that has been shoved down their throats for all these years is sticking, so it's hard for them to change their ideas about cannabis. So, you want to be nice and polite always. So for the most part, if someone's like turning their nose up, I just make sure that they know that no one should go to jail for a plant, and, keep people out of government cages for victimless crimes. We've got competing initiatives in Arizona, so make sure that they know that this initiative is the best initiative. This initiative is for the people, by the people.
All of our guys know who they're supporting. They know we're AZFMR / Safe for Arizona, and we're not the Marijuana Policy Project. So that's something people definitely need to realize. There are two competing initiatives, and ours is I-14. So you guys know at the ballot, it also is the only one that has legalization word in the description when you read up the paragraph. So we're going to wrap this up. Before we go, do you have any other words of encouragement or advice you would give to a new volunteer who might be nervous about going out for the first time?
That first time is always fun, right? Not always. I would just suggest maybe go with a friend. Mm-hmm. They can stand there with a sign. They can point here, sign here to legalize.
You don't have to say
someone
anything.
else. Yeah, you don't have to say a word. Ask one of us and we'll go out with you and kind of get you warmed up.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. So again, you can get involved in the community at facebook.com/group/Safer Arizona Community. Find Rain Baker on Facebook. She's Camp 420, Campaign Against Marijuana Prohibition. Mm-hmm. Camp420.net. Again, thank you for coming on my show.
All right. Thank you, Dave.
That was Rain Baker, Camp420.net. So we are going to wind this up. But before we leave, before we take off for the end of the show, there is a way for you guys to get a free Marijuana is Safer Than Alcohol t-shirt. We have a protest at the beginning of January. It's going to be January 11th, 1700 West Washington Street, 8 a.m. to noon, about noon. And what that is, it's the first day of the legislative session. We have representatives and senators in this state that can end cannabis prohibition before November. January 11th is the first day. It's kind of like the first day of school of lawmaking. And so we want to be there en masse and have a huge protest there, protesting cannabis prohibition or rally in support of legalization. And I got 38 of these t-shirts. They're going to be blue with hot orange. Orange is good for signal orange. I mean, traffic cones are orange. That's why they're used, because they're big and bright. Against a calming blue, it's going to be cool. We're going to be recognized out there. So yeah, come out there. First come, first serve. People there at 8 o'clock are going to be able to get the first pick of those Safer shirts. Going to have 38 of them. They're printed by Mary Jane's Smokewear. If you want to get your own Safer shirt, you could check out their shop, The Collab. It's at 4801 East McDowell. Go ahead and come on out January 11th, get a free Safer shirt. We also have other t-shirts. Each t-shirt is one letter, and it spells out End Cannabis Prohibition. And we're looking for people to fill those t-shirts so we can take a big picture of people saying End Cannabis Prohibition in front of the Capitol. It's going to be cool. Come on out. Last year, there was like 150 people that showed up. Really cool, really awesome. So come on out. Again, this was the Safer Dave Show at SaferArizona.com. Until next time, find more information at SaferArizona.com and legalizemarijuanainarizona.org. Thank you.